Hi everyone, this is Susan. I just want to show you our new and improved health record. Actually, the health record is not new, but hopefully you will think it is improved. If you look up top, we have deleted the line that says appearance because description and appearance was a little confusing to some, so we took that out. But what we did do is we added a line for date of birth. A lot of times we would say 12 weeks, 15 weeks, a year and 3 months. And then when it got to the next person, we don't know how old that was because we don't know when the health record was written. So if we could figure out an approximate date of birth, then that helps the next person decide how old the animal is. Moving right along, you look down toward the deworming. We added a couple of there. And we also added a section for other because sometimes we use revolution or something else. So if you are deworming, then please write your dates in the lines. And then if you use something that we don't have listed, just write in the type used, whether it's revolution or something else that I have no idea. You will have to ask Laura about that, or Danny, or somebody in the know. Regarding vaccines, we split them up. Canine at the top, feline at the bottom. Again, insert the date. Your the DHLPP, they don't expire. You have to give those. So the ones that do expire, you would write the expiration date. For rabies, circle 1 year or 3 year, and then write who gives it. Whether we did, CVRR, Riverside. You can use abbreviation RSV or whatever you prefer, as long as it's, informative for the person adopting the animal. At the bottom are the tests. Again, the lines are for the dates, and then you can just simply circle positive or negative. And I do see that line is too short, but I did fix it on the original form. And then again, feline tests. Medical notes. At the bottom, I typically write the date they were spayed or neutered. For example, Meredith had kennel cough. I wrote that she was treated for kennel cough, and I listed the medications that she was given and the vet that she saw. And also new is who is completing this record. For example, if Brandy takes in a cat and she keeps it for a few days and she starts the medical record, and then I end up with it, if I have questions, I know exactly who to go to. And if Jillian decides to take it because I'm full or whatever, then we each will add our name or our initials at the bottom so that the next person knows who to ask for clarification if that happens. And you're not asking 100 people, whose foster was it, and etc. But that is not nearly the most exciting part. Just hold up. This right here is exciting. I'm going to save this on our site as a PDF form. And if you know anything about PDFs, or even if you don't, this is huge. PDFs are able to be read by almost anything, but Adobe Reader is probably our most popular. So if you get a file that's in PDF form, sometimes you'll see it. You see how it has Microsoft Edge right there? Sometimes you'll see it, and you want to say open with. Go ahead and go open with Adobe Reader. I'll tell you why in just a second. So open with Adobe Reader is going to make your life so much easier. That way we can share files. We don't have to worry about who has what programs on their computer regarding Word and whatnot. PDFs are just nice to send. But check out Adobe Reader. This icon here allows us to add text to a PDF file and save it. So if you are like me and you can't keep up with all this paperwork, or you end up dropping off an animal and the health record is at your home, or you're picking up one and the other person doesn't have the health record, we now have the ability to save these digitally. So let me show you what I'm talking about. When you click on this icon, you will see a menu pop up on the right. Go to Add Text. And when you click on Add Text, you'll see this little menu, and it just tells you what the font is and how big it is, whatever. So I might want a 12 font text. because I like my writing big. And if I want to make one for Brownie, for example, I type in his name, and then I come over here, and his rescue ID is an L number for Lassie, 18, because that's the year, and then whatever his code number is. Breed, German Shepherd, dog, description. I always write something like puppy, healthy, because I want them to know that we're healthy. You see how that's off the mark? That's going to drive some of you nuts. I know that will drive Brandy nuts. You can move it up. I want them to know they're healthy, energetic. I want them to know he's brown with a black face, but the problem is, because I want them to know he's healthy and energetic and brown with a black face, I'm running out of space. I can highlight that and come up here and make the font smaller if I want, and that gives me a little more room. Or you can just delete the healthy and energetic part. I just wanted to show you that that was an option to change your font. Approximate date of birth. I don't know if you've been following them, but the owner was actually the foster, so she knows. And the microchip numbers, ours generally start with 99 and then 6 zeros, and then some other numbers. So how cool is that? You come straight down, you can type in the dates for the Albon or Drontal or Panicure or whatever. If I gave it to him on 9/11, I can add that. I can keep adding it. I can come over here and if I want to add Revolution or whatnot. When he got his Bordetella, he may have gotten that. I mean, not Bordetella, his distemper. He may have gotten that, and he may have gotten that from us. And you just come on down and you keep doing it. Now, when you get to the bottom, you're like, well, how am I supposed to circle that? Well, instead of circling it, just underline it. Well, hopefully he wasn't positive. You want to come over here and say he was negative, but he was a puppy. He wasn't tested, but that's how you could do it. And then any medical notes you want to type, and if you're not comfortable putting your name or your whole name, just do that. That way we know who you are, and then whoever adopts them, they don't have to be able to find you. But here's the beauty. This is great. File, save as, and now instead of calling it CVRR Health Record, I get to now say Brownie Health Record. And once I save it, all of that information stays. So when I need to add it, or if I need to send this to someone else, I can email it to them. How awesome is that? Thanks, guys. Feedback is appreciated.